2024, Dr. Momita Debnath, a brilliant and compassionate young Indian woman from Kolkata, was living her dream. Born in 1993, she had worked tirelessly from a young age, driven by a deep passion for science and learning. Her parents, modest tailors who barely made ends meet, gave her everything they could so she could study and achieve her goals. Momita didn't let them down. She earned a doctorate in environmental sciences, conducted research, won awards, and still pursued her goal of becoming a medical doctor. She was completing her medical training at R.G. Carr Medical College and Hospital, where she was known for her warmth, intelligence, and dedication. During the COVID-19 pandemic, seeing patients suffer from respiratory issues inspired her to specialize in chest medicine. She loved the hospital where she trained and worked, calling it her second home, never imagining it would become her grave. On the night of August 8, 2024, she called her mother around 11 p.m., saying she had ordered dinner with her colleagues and would sleep at the hospital because she had a shift the next day. After dinner, she went to rest in a conference room due to a lack of designated rest areas for doctors. The next morning, her colleagues noticed she hadn't shown up for duty, which was unusual for someone so committed. They went to wake her up and were met with a horrific sight. Momita's body was on the floor, her legs twisted unnaturally, and blood was coming from her eyes, mouth, and private areas. The forensic report revealed she had been brutally assaulted by multiple men. 10 different DNA samples were found, tortured, and murdered. Her pelvis and legs were broken, her eyes injured by the shattered pieces of her glasses, and her throat crushed. Security footage showed a man wandering the hospital corridors the night of the murder. He was identified as Sanjay Roy, a former hospital cook who claimed to be a police officer. He was a volunteer in the disaster management unit of the Kolkata police, but had a history of violence, multiple failed marriages, and had recently posed as a police officer to gain access to restricted hospital areas. Roy had pictures of Momita's lifeless body on his phone, and a broken piece of his headphone matched one found near her body. Though arrested and charged, Roy retracted his confession in court, claiming he was tortured into confessing. Shockingly, the police tried to downplay the forensic evidence, insisting there was only one assailant. This raised suspicions of a cover-up, especially as rumors emerged that Momita had discovered an illegal organ trafficking ring inside the hospital involving corrupt police, doctors, and staff. The head of the college, Sandeep Ghosh, resigned under pressure amid protests, but was suspiciously promoted just hours later, which led to further public outrage. Eventually, he was arrested for corruption. Momita's case sparked protests across India, with people demanding justice and reform. Her story became a tragic symbol of a failed system that blames victims instead of protecting them. This brilliant, kind-hearted woman who wanted nothing more than to heal and help others died because monsters walked free, and no one stopped them. Her death was not just a personal loss, it was a national tragedy that exposed the dark underbelly of a broken system.